Good morning. It is Sunday, July 7th. Sorsha is waiting for permission to go down into the native plant garden. So let's head on down that way. Sorsha, out! Out! Good boy. All right, let's see what's in the garden today. Oh, let's stop right here. You know that I love scented plants, and this right here is mountain mint. There's a narrow leaf mountain mint and a wide leaf mountain mint. Here's the flowers on them. Isn't that pretty? So the smell is absolutely incredible, and unlike spearmints and peppermints that are just like can really take over a garden because they spread through their roots, these guys do not spread and take over. They are not aggressive like spearmint and peppermint. So let's walk this way. Oh, here's one we haven't seen blooming before. This is Campanula americana, tall bellflower. I love finding purple and blue flowers to bring into the native plant garden because so many of the native flowers are yellow. Speaking of yellow, there's the shrubby St. John's wort, and we've got quite a bit in another spot of the garden. There's that daisy fleabane still blooming. And over there is the regular common St. John's wort. It's a cool morning. The wind is blowing just gently. It feels good. Here's one we haven't seen. So this is a loosestrife. So there's different loosestrifes. One is that purple loosestrife that is that a whole lot of us are actively trying to keep out of our wetlands. But this is a good guy loosestrife. Such a tiny, delicate pink flower. I love it. And there's Sorsha in his favorite spot, watching fish. Oh, and there is a lot of milkweed blooming right now. What we see here is the common milkweed, Asclepias syrica. The smell is so wonderful. Oh, that was probably really out of focus. Sorry about that. I was just trying to get a smell of the flowers. So with so many of the natives, it's like the leaves that have the wonderful fragrance. But with this milkweed, oh my God, it's incredible. All right, here's a beauty we've been keeping an eye on. This is that Queen of the Prairie. She is beginning to open up. Look at the pink down here. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to see it in full bloom. So let's scan out across the gardens. Seeing a lot of yellow and pinks right now. All right, let's head back down the path. Here's a nice patch of the mountain mint, just getting ready to bloom. This is the narrow leaf. Oh, here's something. I don't think we've talked about them before. Rudbeckia hirta. I don't know the common name, I'm sorry. But Rudbeckia hirta. So this is one that, like if you're trying to establish a native plant garden, the seeds or the plants for Rudbeckia hirta are a wonderful thing to put in because they bloom quickly. They're really showy. They are a biennial, So you've got them for 2 years and then they're gone, but they so easily reseed. Not reseed as in go back, but reseed as in R-E-S-E-E-D. All right, going down here. Now here's a nice patch of the shrubby St. John's wort. And the leaves are the same, have the same characteristic as the common St. John's wort. I don't know if I'm able to show you this, but the leaves do have holes in them. I don't think I can get it at an angle where it's going to show up. So there are teeny tiny holes in the leaves, and that helps you to recognize the St. John's wort. Back over here, we looked at this before, is that woolgrass. I love those flowers and seeds on the woolgrass. It's a Sunday morning. I'm hearing a lot of lawnmowers in the distance. Oh, here's another one. See, I never know for sure when plants are going to pop up where. Here's another of the Campanula americana. Just going to, whoops, too fast, sorry. Going to go into bloom. Over here is a grass that's very common in when you buy a prairie seed mix. It's Canada wild rye. There's some controversy about this, I've learned. Some say that the seed can be harmful to dogs. So if you're going to be putting in a garden or a native plant garden, think about that. Do your research if you have any dogs. So the helianthus looking so beautiful. Oops, I pulled out a fence this morning that was surrounding a little plant I was trying to protect, and I forgot to move it. Is there anything new up this plant? Up this path? I don't see anything new today. The teacup is full. The teapot is full. It's been raining so much. Here's some more mountain mint. And that Canada wild rye we talked about. Oh, look up over here. The St. John's wort. Excuse me. Joe Pye. I have St. John's wort on my mind. Joe Pye. Look at how tall it is. Oh, the New Jersey tea. That is just about done now. As far as the flowers go, the flowers are drying up and it's going to seed. I see some more Joe Pye back over that way, back in front of that dogwood bush. And look at here is the Culver's root, another very stately plant. Let's go back this way and we'll head up this path. And there's the wild quinine. There's a damselfly sitting there. What a beautiful contrast between the blue and the white. The daisy fleabane. This shrub is the nine bark. I think it provides those dark leaves really do bring a nice contrast into the garden. And this is the fringed loosestrife. Again, this is a good guy, loosestrife. The only loosestrife that I know that's bad is the purple loosestrife. To the best of my knowledge, anyhow. There could be another one that's not so good, but I'm not sure. Oh, let's look at this down here. So this down here is Prunella vulgaris, self-heal or heal-all. Another native plant that's a medicine plant. And Prunella vulgaris is pretty common. Like if you look in areas that are just occasionally mowed, like along sidewalks and stuff, you'll see it growing. So pretty common. And there's more of that fringed loosestrife. Very pretty. Spiderwort. Still, you've been blooming all summer. Oh, here we go. Monarda fistulosa. We've been waiting for you to bloom. This is one of those that has a wonderful scent to the leaf. Oh my goodness, that's heavenly. So good. All right. Down here, we have the Rattabida columforia. I don't know what a common name is on that one, and I'm sure I'm not even pronouncing the Latin name correctly. Oh, let's look up here. Follow that stalk up to the tip of the rattlesnake master. And some people look at the leaves on this and think it's a yucca, but it's not. That's the rattlesnake master. We have another one over here. A couple of them. There's one. We got one that's kind of reaching out that way. That's kind of fun. Let's keep walking. Here's a shorter one. We're going to keep an eye on this one so that we can see what the flowers look like when they're in full bloom. There's that spiderwort. We've been watching that one since our first video. Still blooming away. Mr. Gnome is still keeping an eye on the garden. So peaceful. Do you enjoy walking through your gardens? Just walking slowly and looking around. This is the bush clover, Lespedezia capitata. Getting ready to bloom. The daisy fleabane. Let's take another look at this Rattabida. There's a lot of different types of Rattabidas. I like the leaf on this one. Look how delicate the leaf is. So I planted the Rattabida columforia 2 years ago, and it was so beautiful. Then last year there weren't very many plants, but now this year there's quite a few again. So I'm wondering, I'm going to have to look up. I wonder if they're a biennial. I don't know. Okay, coming past now, this is the 2023 garden with the 3 different types of liatris. None of them are blooming yet, but we're getting close. Oh, what a beautiful day. I think it's time for me to get in the kayak. Take a paddle up the river. Yep, let's do that. So, I am Karen. And I'm growing.